Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City hosting Jared Goff and the Lions. Taylor Swift in attendance. And you know what? All week long, all season long, I should say, Randy Moss has been asking us, where's Jamison Williams? Well, Tedy, there he was.
So I know Moss was getting excited when he saw it last night. There you go, Moss. You called for it. J-Mo in the end zone.
22 yards. Lions take a 10-6 lead. Then, late in the half, it's Patrick Mahomes. It's old reliable Travis Kelce up and over, down at the 1. And so the Chiefs then take it in. Mahomes will score himself. And watch Tedy at the end of the play.
Yeah, a little precursor here, fellas. Branch gets a little shot, a little point, a little flex, maybe a little trash talk there, Rex.
Remember that for the end. Now to the third quarter we go. And Mahomes, he's just starting to get their weapons back and using them. That's Hollywood Brown showing that speed. Chiefs take a 20-10 lead. Detroit needs to find something, and they do. And the man they call Knuckles.
Yeah, here comes Montgomery right here. No quit in this team. They're still in it. Come on, Lions. You got a chance.
Switch sides, same drive, but we're in the fourth quarter now. Lions, second and goal. How about this catch?
Sam Laporta. Goodness.
I mean,
Gets both in. Go ahead, Rex.
Look at this thing, man. One-handed catch, and he gets both feet in about, this is about as good a catch as you'll ever see.
Lions cut it to 20-17.
Right.
So where do you go if you're Patrick? Trying to extend the lead. Early fourth quarter, Xavier Worthy. Speed.
Kills, it does, Greeny. But you know what? Look at Campbell hustling down there making a tackle.
You're running
But it's
down,
a 14-yard play, and that leads to this. Hollywood Brown, his second touchdown of the night.
Great play design right there. Wide open. You put four guys over there, run a little
Chiefs
pick
put
route.
it out of range. They go on
Nice
to win it
drill.
30-17. But then here's the moment after the game.
boy.
Brian Branch passing up on the DAP from Patrick Mahomes. Okay, not such a big deal. Now we got Juju Smith-Schuster. Oh, now we got this.
That's a right hand, right there.
Obviously, and that's going to lead to all of this. D. Wood, you played a million games in your life. What's your reaction?
Yeah, you had 3 minutes, 3 hours. You had 3 hours to scrap. No need to do that after the game. Come on now.
The man puts his hand out to shake your hand, and you hit him in the face. It's not a good one.
Here was the talk after the game.
I love Brian Branch, but what he did is inexcusable, and it's not going to be accepted here. It's not what we do. It's not what we're about.
Should have never did it. Those charges. I got blocked in the back illegally, and it was running the ref. The ref didn't do anything, and just stuff like that. And I could have got hurt off of that, but I still shouldn't have done that. So.
He's a terrific player. Yeah. He obviously knows he shouldn't have done it, and there will be fallout. Shefty, what do we expect?
Well, the league already is reviewing the play, and discipline will be determined from that. But I remind you, sportsmanship was a point of emphasis from the National Football League this spring. Now, they were talking about celebrations of touchdowns, but sportsmanship was the word that the league used. This is in the spirit of sportsmanship. And now it will be up to the league to determine whether or not Brian Branch will be suspended for a game or so, or whether fines will suffice. At the very least, there are going to be heavy fines issued for what occurred last night, and it's certainly possible that the league could go beyond that.
Yeah, the year started with sportsmanship as an example when Jalen Carter spit in Dak Prescott's chest area. So they felt like the game that he missed was enough of a punishment rather than another game suspension. So is sportsmanship violations a one-game suspension? So this was at the end of the game, so I'd have to assume there is some type of suspension coming, but that's a national televised game. A man puts out his hand to shake your hand. And we know a lot of things happen during those 3 hours you're talking about, Wood. I mean, you get clipped, you get cut, you get trash talk, everything. Things get said about your sister, things like that. Everything. It's okay. It happens. But it's all over. It's all over here, and then this is not the look the NFL.
And by the way, this was a standalone game. This was a standalone Sunday night game.
Right.
There are certain issues that I think raise the level of awareness of the NFL.
Right. It's the most watched team in the entire league, the Kansas City Chiefs, with all the star power and everything else, and Taylor Swift and whatever. The bottom line of it is, Rex, the Lions felt frustrated last night. The Chiefs had 0 accepted penalties called on them last night. I think there was some frustration on the part of the Lions, and he took it out in absolutely the wrong way. If it sounds like I'm excusing it in any way, I'm certainly not. There's no justification whatsoever for what happened, but there was frustration on the Detroit side.
Yeah, absolutely is. And look, So I've been there where it just seems like it piles on. You know, it's like, are you kidding me? You know, and it just seems like you get shafted. And I think with him, he's coming into the game injured. He thinks the guy's taking liberties on him on the field. So you get it, but it doesn't excuse it. You're right. And look, the one thing is respect each other. That's the biggest thing. And when it's all said and done, here's how you get back at them. Next time we play you, we are going to knock the hell out of you. And that's how you get your revenge. And trust me, I guarantee you Dan Campbell said that. There's no way he hasn't. But you're right, Dan Campbell, it's a bad look for the NFL. All right, it's a bad look for the NFL. We don't need it, and I love Branch. He's one of my favorite players.
And that rematch could easily come in early February. These are two teams that could be there. Cindy, let me put up A13, if I could, please. Because the Kansas City Chiefs, all of a sudden, they get to 3-3. They're going to get Bruschi Rice back now, and they are favored to win every one of the remaining games on their schedule. Yes, that includes at Buffalo. They are right now a 1-point favorite. So I would ask the question to you, Damien Woody. For all the ups and downs that we've seen, and again, they will be whole starting this coming week with their best receiver, Bruschi Rice, coming back. Does the road to the Super Bowl in the AFC once again go through Kansas City?
Absolutely. In order, you have to knock the king off his perch, and the Kansas City Chiefs are the kings. Listen, regardless of how we view the Kansas City Chiefs in the earlier part of the season, we said their play has been up and down, but they're getting healthy, they're getting pieces back, and at the end of the day, when you have Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes and company in the defense, you're going to have to see them. You're going to have to go through them if you want to get to Santa Clara in February.
You're never back if you're the constant. All right, that's what the Chiefs are. They're always there. They don't take wins too high. I mean, they don't celebrate them too high. They don't get too low about losses. I mean, it's just what they do. The formula that they know to follow works.
Game last night, and they have a tough slate of games coming up. They take on scrappy Tampa next Monday night, which is a great Monday night game, by the way. Then they've got Minnesota. Then they've got Washington. Then they're at the defending Super Bowl champs. You see our analytics like them in these games ever so slightly. The Commander one is a toss-up. How do you feel about the Lions going forward here?
Look, I love the Lions. I think they're the best team in the National Football League if they're healthy. Right now, they're not. They have 5 of their top 6 corners out, and they're going to be out significantly. I mean, you know, for a long time. And here's the deal. They can't rush the passer. They are 30th in the league in rushing the passer, even though they have Aiden Hutchinson, who's an absolute stud. They're dead last when just running a standard 4-man rush. So you got no corners. You don't have a pass rush. That's scary. It comes all the way down to that offense again. We saw what that looked like last year when they still found ways to win 15-2. But at the end of the day, they couldn't get it done because they had so many guys on the shelf. They've got to get some of these corners back, and it would be nice to add a pass rusher.
This is the 1-year anniversary of them losing Aiden Hutchinson. And this year feels a little bit like last year when they were rolling along, and Aiden Hutchinson goes down, and they lose some of the defensive players. Now they're losing some of these defensive players right now on the defense side of the football. Now, Lee McNeil is going to be brought back. It wouldn't surprise me if he plays this week. But some of these other guys, like Terry and Arnold, he's out for a little bit of time. Brian Branch
he
maybe back last night. He may get suspended for this game. Who knows? Zach Cunningham.
You got Reed, too.
He's not on the board.
By the way, you're
definitely.
big free agent.
Yeah, the calling card. And also the calling card of Detroit is what? How aggressive Dan Campbell is. The 4th down calls, making for it on 4th down, 0 for 2 on 4th down last night. The Chiefs were 2 for 3. So, I mean, the Chiefs came and beat them at their own game.
Well, and the thing is, like St. Brown, I mean, we never see him drop a pass on 4th down. He drops one.
Yeah.
And how different that would have been before half. It might have been a 14-point swing. So, look, the Lions are going to be right there. Why? Because they're tough as hell. And their coach is amazing football coach. They're going to be right there.
Look into it. I'm coming to you.
Why is Hembo so weak?
I'm coming to you.
Into it.
What happened to Hembo?
Tedy, believe it or not, if I said the AFC race North is over, AFC North race is over, do you believe it or not?
It's not. It's not. I like the Steelers. I love what Aaron Rodgers is doing, especially down in the red area. He finished his drive so well. Baltimore's going on their bye. All right, Baltimore's on their bye. I'd like to see what kind of push they have after that. But until then, no, it's not over. Ravens at 1-5. They're coached too well. like Harbaugh, and then you see that schedule there. So after the bye, let's see if they can make a run and see how the Steelers can hold on.
Leave the schedule up a second, Cindy, because
they're favorites to win every game.
they're favored to win all those games, and they get 2 cracks at the Steelers. They haven't played them yet, so they'll get their 2 chances to make up ground. That's the question. Pittsburgh is 4-1, excuse me, and Baltimore is 1-5. Can they catch them?
Has anybody seen their defense?
That's what I'm
Ravens
saying.
defense.
They're 32nd in the league, or 33rd, and there's only 32 teams. Their defense has been playing horrendous, but when you look up that schedule, you're like, oh my gosh. They still have Lamar Jackson, but
They could do it.
I
Lamar
think
back
no
healthy.
way in hell. I don't think so.
So, go ahead.
Bro, they're 32nd in the league defense.
Right.
Like, what is the analytics saying that I'm
bye
not?
week magic.
Because they're all hurt. I mean, in some level, I know that the excuses are whatever they are, but the whole defense is hurt. Some of them will come back. We'll see what I know they're not all
their
coming
pride's hurt.
back. Okay, maybe
Come
there's
on,
that.
man. Their defense. Blech.
All right, let me do a couple more quick ones here. Believe it or not, Rex, the Titans are mishandling the rookie season of #1 pick Cam Ward. Believe it or not.
Oh, you darn right you believe it. This is absolutely brutal. This kid has no chance. They messed up Will Levis the year before when everybody was excited to see him. He was horrendous. And guess what? This kid looks horrendous too. You're killing him. How about we try to protect the quarterback? Give him a little more time. He's a young kid. Instead, you are absolutely mishandling this guy. I can't wait till he gets another coach in there, see what he can do with him next year. That's awful.
Because the kid is ridiculously talented and has all the right stuff. I mean, according to literally everyone. So we'll see what happens in Tennessee. For the last one, I want to set it up with this. Everyone is talking, the New York Jets yesterday, for those of you, I apologize on behalf of the Jet fans everywhere that you had to sit through that nonsense in London yesterday. They had -10 net passing yards. After the game, their head coach, Aaron Glenn, asked a very reasonable question about the quarterback. This was the exchange.
Is he going to be your quarterback next week, or would you?
Come on, man. What kind of question is that?
He did not have a good game. I mean, I think it's a fair question.
There's a number of guys that, I mean, sometimes this league is like this, and there are guys that have bad games. That doesn't mean you just bench them. Come on, you know better than that.
Oh, good God. So, D. Wood, what is your reaction to that, to Fields, and everything else?
I think that was absolutely ridiculous by Aaron Glenn, the way he approached that reporter yesterday. Anyone watching that game could clearly see that Justin Fields absolutely should have been benched in that game. And all you had to do was go by this drive right here, right before the half, where the Jets literally just threw up the white flag. Didn't even try to get in position to kick a field goal or anything. They literally threw up a white flag. Why? Because they didn't trust the quarterback. The quarterback got sacked as many times as he had completions in the game. Negative 10 yards passing. They literally set back offense 50 years, in this game. I mean, look at this stuff. Look at this. Look at this. You're literally at midfield. 30 seconds left. Go. Like, what are you doing? What's going on here? How can you rationalize this if you're Aaron Glenn? You have the opportunity to kick a field goal right before half, and this is what you decided to do.
D. Wood, this is after they faked a punt.
After they faked a punt.
Series. Let's go try to actually score.
You're 0-5.
We can score. We got the
0-5.
ball.
Let's win.
Like,
Yeah.
you've got a chance. You moved the ball. You actually had a rare completion. Let's go. Like, it's unreal. And what message are you sending? We trying not to lose or trying to win some damn game?
And oh, by the way, your best player, Garrett Wilson, was absolutely going ballistic at half over that whole sequence right there.
And fully understandably so. Go
I'm
ahead,
trying to
Schefter.
remember the last time that I saw a team get to midfield, have about 25, 30 seconds on the clock, and literally be frozen with fear to where they don't even make a call. I don't know that I've ever seen anything like that at the end of a half.
And then having said all that and all the struggles that Justin Fields had, you got a 1st and 10 on the Denver 46 to win the game. It's 1st and 10. Their end-of-game scenario, okay? That'd be a 63, 64-yard field goal, the Stranad sack, and then the Hufanga breakup on a bad ball by Justin Fields to Garrett Wilson, who still almost catches the pass, and then the sack at the end.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing, too. Remember the week before, I just absolutely,
the end-of-game, end-of-half situation.
Russell Wilson for not being competitive in a situation where you throw on 4th down.
Right.
Justin Fields, by you taking a sack, you were non-competitive. Throw the ball straight up in the air. I don't care. Throw it to D. Wood. It makes no difference. At least let somebody compete for the 4th down. Instead, you take a sack for the 9th time. By the way, it ain't just on the quarterback. I get that, all right? They have been sacked 25 times this year and have a whopping 8 sacks on defense and 1 takeaway in 6 games. This team has some real issues here. Where's the leadership? I want to see improvement out of each player. How many players have improved? Honestly, how many players have improved? I think that number is 0.
The New York Jets are far less than the sum of their parts, which is to say they're not the worst team in the NFL, but they play like it. And that's the reason that they are 0-6. Again, I don't like wasting the time. We have a big national audience here. We talk about
so they are.
If
they play like
that's
it,
what
they
I
are.
mean. But that's my way of saying this is about the coaching as much as it is about anything else. Their players are too good to be this bad. This is a team that won 5 games last year and was 0-7 in 1-score games. They weren't that far away. Now they're going to tear it all down because the way they can excuse how horrendously they're being coached is by saying, oh, look what happened in Detroit. They started all over again, and it took a little bit of time. They took over the worst team in the NFL when they got to Detroit. The Jets were not that. This team is terribly coached, and that is their biggest problem.
Justin Herbert, look at this, man. Like, they had him dead to right. Look at it. Switches up the ball in his hand and then just throws an absolute seed. Okay, right there. And
Vlad McConkey does the rest. This, by the way, this play wins the game. For those of you who didn't watch it and see it, they're down 1. This puts them in field goal range. They're able to run the clock down to zeros and kick the field goal to win it. Look at him switching.
Look at that.
From a sack to a victory.
Right? Big, strong quarterback over a little bitty quarterback.
It does remind you of the play Drake May made a couple of weeks ago. There is something to be said for a quarterback who has that kind of size and can make it reminds you a little bit of Roethlisberger back in the day.
Yeah, absolutely. This guy's a bad you-know-what right there, man.
Body's draped all over him. All right, Tedy, who had the best run yesterday?
Are you kidding me? It's not a running back, it's by a quarterback, and that's Baker Mayfield. Pump fake, duck under his own lineman right there, pump fake left, pump fake right then a stiff arm, and then put the shoulder down for the first down. 3rd and 14? Are you kidding me? 49ers letting this man do this? See what the heck? He does it to everybody, not just the 49ers. So stiff arm, look at the feet, raise it up, bake, get up, flex on him. I see you, son.
It's like Mike Alstott in that Tampa jersey.
The zeitgeist is a funny thing in life, right? Baker Mayfield was the guy everyone wanted to hate on early in his career because he was the first pick. People thought that he was arrogant.
Maybe I did.
Got a lot of commercials. You said a lot of things about him and whatever. But the point is now everybody loves him. Like, you watch him, and he's become like this scrappy underdog. It's the twists and turns that life takes. All of a sudden, he's the MVP, and everyone feels good about it.
He was left for dead by 4 teams.
Right.
And now he's doing this. He's the MVP of the league right now. Not even close.
He's one of the best stories in the league. Every single week, they've had 4 wins in the last minute. He's making plays like that. He's become a story.
And now he's hard not to like.
And
You're so right.
And look at this play.
All his receivers are out. Tez Johnson, the rookie, gets him his first right here. Baker does not care. He throws it, and whoever receiver's there that's open, catch it.
Stick the landing.
He just expects it from you, and he
MVP. MVP.
Yeah, they were chanting that after the game, and Tez Johnson thought it was for him, which is an adorable.
I loved it.
An adorable moment.
It was a good catch, though.
I mean, look, they are the Tampa Bay. I mean, Ibuka's hurt now. They've already Godwin out. Mike Evans may be coming back. No Bucky Irving. Baker Mayfield is doing this with about as banged up a roster as there is in the league.
They lost 2 starting offensive linemen. And as we look ahead, they play the Lions next Monday night, and they have a whole slew of injuries, like a lot of teams. But in Tampa, they just keep rolling along, piling up the victories, staying in first place,
leadership.
no matter who's
Todd Bowles
there,
and
right?
company, no excuses, no
Todd
excuses.
Bowles is, I mean, he never gets the credit for it, but Todd Bowles is doing an amazing job. And their defense is playing their tails off. And Baker Mayfield, whoop.
Okay, so speaking of defenses playing their tails off, it leads me to my final superlative. Rex, who had the worst performance in the NFL yesterday?
Oh, my God. Here we go. The dumbest defense in their history right here. Doomsday defense gets the award again for the worst performance. This defense absolutely is
this play that you're looking at here is the 4th down on the final sequence.
And that's why your safety's 30 yards back. Whoa, who's he covering for? A fake punt? Come on, this defense stinks. They're dumb, and it's the scheme is terrible. They don't attack. They don't set edges in the run game. So they let a guy that they ran out of the building go for almost 200 yards rushing. By the way, 250 total yards.
Right.
And Bryce Young hadn't thrown 3 touchdown passes since his days in Alabama. He pegs him for 3 touchdowns. I mean, it's brutal. And I mean, come on, it's absolutely brutal.
That was that was in the middle of a 6-minute drive where Dallas did not get the ball back, and the Carolina Panthers just ran it down their throat, converted on 4th down,
offense
kicked the field goal.
And
Can you imagine if this team wasn't so good on offense?
That's the thing. You just watching this, and it just brings back shades of Joe Burrow last year.